first time it was the most embarrassing thing in my life, actually. It was, I don't think sex is something you should plan, but we kind of had to. Well, if we wanted to do it, we'd had to, so we did. And it was homecoming. So everybody's at the football game. And we're like, hey, parents, we're going to the homecoming game. Because he lived kind of right next to the football stadium. So we go to the football game, and we're there until halftime. We leave at halftime. And we go to this elementary school. And so it kind of, we ended up doing it on the play set. It was pretty embarrassing. I mean, we were gonna do it. There was like this nature walk thing, and there was a bench and stuff. But then we got chased by skunks, so that kind of made it a little more, you weren't thinking about what you were going there to do. You're just like, holy shit, I just got chased by a skunk. Whoa, And then, and then my friend calls me in the middle of it, and I'm like, shit, because I guess the game was over, and she called me, and I had to answer the phone. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing. And she's like, dude, the game's over. And I'm like, shit. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing, I'm just kind of busy. And I guess she figured it out. So she was like, well, hurry up. And I was like, I'm okay. And so I hung up, and I was like, we gotta go. And he was like, okay. So we leave, and her mom picks us up in the car, and I thought we were just gonna walk to his house, and just kind of relax for a few minutes, and then her mom would come get us. And she's like, we were walking this way, and she's driving this way, and she's like, the stadium's back there, why are you walking this way? And I'm like, we had to go get something from his house. So she kind of was she was questioning, and so I had to come up with all these lies really fast, and I was like, he forgot his phone charger, his phone was dying, we had to go charge his phone because we were going to a dance after, and then everybody knew at the dance. I don't know how they knew, but we were sitting down together, and they were just like, you guys did it, didn't you? I was just like, no. And they would just keep bugging you until you said yes, okay? What the hell, And then they kind of halfway make fun of you for it, but then they ask all those personal questions that are like, where was it? Was it amazing? And you're just like, I'm not going to tell you. It's personal. You'll figure it out when you do it yourself, or maybe you already have and it sucked and you just want to ask other people to see if it was just you. But, so the first time, that was pretty embarrassing.
Did you use a condom?
Condoms are important. Condoms are very important. Yes, condoms. I've talked to guys who are like, I don't need to wear a condom. I'll just pull out, or she's on birth control. She can't get pregnant, but there's a girl at school, and I don't know. I really didn't ask, but she's on birth control, and I guess he wasn't wearing a condom or something, and they had sex a lot, and she's only a junior now, but she's had 4 miscarriages, and she's a mother, she has a baby now. And she's a junior in high school. It blows my mind, because I can't think of, why would you want to do that? You have so much to do. Most people don't want to be like old parents, have kids when you're 70. Ugh. But 16, 15, ew.
So was it awkward? If you used a condom, was it awkward, or did it just seem like, I'm not gonna do this unless you have a condom? Did you talk about it beforehand, or?
We talked about it. Because we had to plan it. basically. So he was just like, okay. And he kind of had a stealing problem. So that was what I told him was the only thing that I was okay with him stealing, because he never went to the store by himself because couldn't drive. So there was no way for him to get them unless he went to the store with his parents. But you can't, I mean, most people don't buy condoms in front of their parents. It's kind of like, oh, hey, look what I'm going to go do, But it was awkward the first time, but after that it's just kind of like, this is just how it has to be, or it's not going to happen, and you're a guy, and if it doesn't happen, you're going to be pissy. That was kind of what happened at the end of the relationship. He got all, because I was like, look, I don't want to sneak over to your house and do it there, because I snuck over to his house once, and his parents came home, and I was running out the back door. That was embarrassing. So he got grounded for me, and I didn't want to do that again, because it was more embarrassing for me than it was him, and I don't know why, but he was like, it's not a big deal. Yeah, whatever. But then he just kind of, then he said to me,
Did you guys have phone sex?
no. Phone sex, that's weird. Well, wouldn't it be awkward? I mean, I think it would be awkward. It just,